Alright guys, so we're going to move on in terms of formatting. So an easy way to format, let's say that for example I wanted this to just be a little, stand out a little bit more. It's already standing out because it's bolded, but I want to make it look more professional. So one thing you can do is put some background shading. So you can choose any of these colors. You can make it purple, that's a little bit too much. A little pink, that's a little bit too flary. I like to just be safe and do something like light gray, or maybe not that light. Maybe we'll make it just like that. So that just for me looks a little professional right there. Another thing is maybe I want this to be in the center. So when you highlight if you can do it by dragging the entire thing, but if you just want to put this in the center, you could actually just click on the see how it has a little hand symbol? That'll take the entire column. So I can just, instead of dragging the whole thing, I can just click on it in one click. So there's a couple things, and we'll talk about this one in a second because this one's important. But right now, all I want to do is get it aligned. So that's this one right here, and I want it to be centered. Maybe not. Maybe I want it right. I don't know. You know. So you can play around with it. Most of the time when I'm doing stuff like this, I like to do align center. Okay. You can, by the way, do all of them if you select all of them, and you can just tell them all to be aligned center, and that will kind of take care of that problem. Okay. Now if I want to format the cells, I know it looks like there's lines here because there's faint lines, but those are just for our eyes. Those are not going to show up if I print this out. If I want, the only line that's going to show up is this one right here. So if I want to make this a true grid, what I need to do is highlight the entire thing and then put all borders in, and that'll make everything a lot darker. It seems like I missed one, so no problem. Just fill that in. Okay. So a couple things you can also do besides that. So you see how you know how we did this right here, and we totaled it up, and that's the formula, the sum. I could do it manually. Like I could come in here and type in sum and then change it. I want it to do from C2 to C17. I'm only going to do this once to show you. So that's what it would be if I added up from C2, that's this cell, to C17. But an easier way to do it, so remember that number. What was that number again? Let me just, 746, okay. An easy way to do it is just to copy this. So if this is a total, I can just paste it here and it'll do the same thing. And then I can do that, paste it again. The computer is so smart, it knows that you mean this row. You don't mean to just have the same number repeated over and over again. Okay, so that's really cool. Same thing for average. I can do copy and watch this. I can actually extend it and I can paste it in both of these at once. Paste. And there it did. It did the average for all the cells. So once you've done the work once, you can actually just put it all the way down. And there you go. Alright, let's say we wanted to sort these. Okay, so that's an important skill. This is something to be careful of, because if I want to sort these, it's easy to do when I just have data, but I've got all this other data attached. So if I wanted to sort these from lowest to greatest, I highlight all these scores, and then I go over to the sort button, which is, by the way, under data. I always forget that because this is the one different. But when I do that, look what it does. Oh crap, I didn't want to do that. First of all, it took my average, it sorted everything. It did it, and it did move everything around, so that's good, but that's not what I wanted. Okay, you got to be careful because it's sorting the entire thing. I just want to sort this data. So when you do that, what you have to do is you come here to sort, whoops, again, and you're going to do it sort by range. Okay, and you don't want to see, it says it has a header. I don't want to do that, so I'm just going to go ahead and sort that. So what that does is just sorts these ones. So now these are in ascending order. The problem with that is that Kenny's score was not a 25. Kenny's score was a 28, right? So how am I going to fix that? Well, there's a couple ways. One, well, let me start by backing up just a bit. Actually, you know what? I'll do it in the next video. Sorry.